Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is reality with DVD. How you doing? And I'm Mother Wendy. Now, this is going to be my episode recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 7, not 8, episode 3, and the name of the episode will be in the description box because I forgot what it was. So the episode opens up and we have Melody and Miss Nell. Miss Nell keeping up head. Okay. So the pickleball game looks fun. They look like they're enjoying themselves. So I mean, let me just say this about this episode. It didn't give very much, but that element at the end that you're gonna see when the three members of the core six get together, the three ladies of the core six get together, it's something that's been missed, I see. It really has. So after Neil gets off the floor and off the court and says that she can't take it no more and she's too hot, Mel pulls her to the side. Mel, now Miss Nell, we know we've been friends a long time. How come you didn't come to my podcast? Well, no, Melanie, well, listen to me very carefully. I was, it's sold out. Now, Miss Nell. Miss Nell gets some confession. Well, I just hate that I didn't go to Mel's event because it was, what did she say? Let me see what she said. I think I heard her very badly. Because, you know, Melanie is like my little sister. Excuse the noise. If you hear noise in the background, playing in the background, my neighbors are having a spade party as usual on Sundays. So, excuse the extra additional noise. And you may hear my pharaohs every once in a while because they don't know how to be quiet when mommy's filming either. But we get to the arrest, right? So, Neil, why did you have Montel arrested? Neil says, well, Miss Nell, I'm just going to tell you like it is. What happened was Montel decided he was going to get his baby mama involved and come up with this elaborate scheme to put out smash porn on me. So, therefore, I was like, you know, at first I was just ignoring it, Miss Nell. But I just had to do something about it. Then they'll say, well, you know, Melody, I don't feel like black men should go to jail. They say, why not? See, this is our problem. I told y'all about this coddling mess that we do with these black men. That's why they don't ever know how to get off the tee. And all they do is go around, a majority of them terrorizing black communities. Look around. The destruction of the black community, in my opinion, is these coddled men. So Neil goes on to say that she does understand why Mel did what she did. But deep down inside, I just think that all these women on this show, deep down inside, I really feel that they don't feel like Mel is justified in doing what she did to Motel Hotel. Did they even show him during this episode? I knew it was peace on this show for some reason. They didn't show Motel Hotel. So then they'll say, well, I'm just going to let everything go because I'm going through some things myself with my stepdaughter. She done got on the internet and told people that I was her daddy's side chick. I have never been anybody's side chick. Chris was married, yes, but he was going through a divorce, and that's the part she left out. Shout out to giving you the real tea. Y'all give him his credit, okay? He's the one who interviewed Lexi. And when he interviewed Lexi, because, you know, I am a smaller content creator, nobody heard me when I said I believed Lexi. Because everybody was dragging her. Now, what the millimeters are doing is what I always described that they do. Now they believe Lexi because Nell is kind of siding in a way with Motel Hotel. Not because they felt like Lexi was telling the truth in the beginning, because in the beginning they were dragging Lexi. Yeah, I recall very well. Mel said she was going, I'm going to find out why Tisha and Kimmy didn't come as well. But, Tisha and Kimmy don't really fuck with you like that, right? I know you think because y'all had that little intervention that y'all gonna all be buddy rolls from this point going forward. And like I said, I did enjoy the botanical scene. But that's neither here nor there. Now, Stormy meets with the new cast member, Latricia. Why can't nobody say that lady name? Leticia? No, that's Leticia's name. What is her name? Okay, because I had a friend named Latricia. So I'm going to say it's Latricia. Because it's spelled like Patricia. Okay, so I'm going to say Latricia. So she meets with her in a scene that really means nothing. And they go on and talk about, their relationship with Stormy talks about her relationship with Letitia because Latricia wants to train Letitia. And she said she wanted to talk to her first before she started, Stormy first, before she started training her. This ain't got nothing to do with you, girl. Stop acting like you such a good friend when you need to come to her first. No. Stop. So then we find out that Latricia is separated from this guy named Mr. So Mr. is what Stormy calls him. Child. Didn't I say this scene meant nothing? Foolishness. Did we learn anything more about Latricia than we needed to know? But the person who she's brought on the show is a boyfriend. Okay? Anthony, I think his name is. Speaking of that, would y'all go back and look at that threesome video that I did about me giving a better introduction to Latricia than she gave to herself here? Yes, she's saying she is married, but did she say she was divorced? Now, personally, I don't do the religious part of marriage. I don't see, marriage is a contract to me. However, baby, I couldn't have gotten on a show called Love and Marriage Huntsville and brought my side piece as my partner on the show. Because if I can recall, let me see. I'm right. On this show, everybody has been in a coupledom. Because even though Mel and Destiny got divorced, they started off as a couple. And when they brought in Tiffy Lou, that was a couple. And then Armin and Kiki was a couple. So I don't recall Carlos and even Moses and Sonny are a couple. So what is the hell is going on here? Carlos. Now, Stormy does have a point. Let me say this real quickly before I move on to the next one, because this is not important. Like I said, in a scene nobody cares about. Before I go on, though, Stormy said something that really resonated with me. Whereas Motel Hotel says that Melody can't keep friends on this show. Well, here's a little nugget that I do believe. I do believe that Marsour, Legs and Hips, Missing Top Rope does interfere in a lot of Tisha's intimate relationships with women. Now, one thing, like I said before, his thing with Mel was that he didn't want Letitia to have any sort of power. So he saw, even though he has a crush on Melody, in my opinion, he still saw Melody as someone who could put undue influence over Letitia. And being that Stormy called Legs and Hips a biatch, they were getting along well before that whole incident at the pop-up shop thing. I mean, at the event, at the expo. Yeah, that is true. I see Stormy's point there. And the only reason why I think he is cool with Kimmy is because Kimmy is a doormat for her old man. So I think the Scott man looks for doormats. So basically, we meet Ken, and I said his name was Anthony. My bad. His name is Ken, and we meet him, and he's a gym rat like her. So they're perfect for each other, except for the fact that they're not married, and he has a daughter that he just claims to be his. I had a friend like that. We're just gonna call him WB. Well, WB often had women who had children that he often claimed. And then he ended up raising. It was the weirdest thing to me because usually men don't want to raise their own kids. But this joker was just like taking in all kinds of foster strays. Never would marry the women. Now he would engage. He would get engaged to the women. But he would always claim the engaged women's children as his own. It was the weirdest thing. But he just loved it, and he loved on the kids. So hey, if he loved it, hell, I didn't have to like it. Ken said he has found Miss Right. She got the good, and twisted. Joking. He didn't say that. He just said that that's the woman for him because she is just like his mother. Beware of those kind when they tell you just like their mother, because sometimes they have the same expectations of you. They want you to raise them. So when a man tells you he likes you because you remind him of his mother, still kind of beware. It ain't always a compliment. I'm just saying. Baby, when I tell you that this show has made me want to go to Huntsville. Now, I knew about the Space Center. But, baby, that Botanical Gardens. And the thing about me, my thumb is brown as it could be. I can just in the plant. I had a red sister. Long story short, I had a red sister. And that red sister, it lasted me about 2 years. And then that one time, it got cold here in the tip. Just like that. And I did everything I could to protect that plant. I put it under garbage bags and everything, and she just left me. So 2 years later, because I was so attached to red sisters, I had to go get me another. I had to replace it because that was my girl. But I said all that to say, ooh, I want to go to that. I act like I got a green thumb, though. That's the point. Because I love plants. And I know they love you as long as you love them. And when you neglect them, they show it. I mean, they look so sad and droopy. That's neither here nor there. I'm thinking about my red sister. Like, when I tell you I love that plant. Anyway, and so my point is, I want to go there so bad. I can see the air being so fresh and so clean in there. And, we're sharing what we share. The plants are giving you the oxygen, and you're giving them the carbon dioxide. And it seems like it's just a lovely, peaceful place. But they about to bring in a little bit of mess. Millimeters, sound off. And Melanie was like, you know what, Kimmy and Letitia? I haven't seen y'all all year. How y'all doing? What's going on? And Kimmy says, you know what? My mom developed breast cancer. Oh, no, she didn't. I'm so sorry to hear that. Me too. Kimmy, you're just going through it. But usually the mother develops it first and then the daughter. But hey, But I hope, well, Kimmy doesn't have any daughters, but if Jalen has a daughter, then they definitely need to test for that BRCA gene. I don't have it, My mother didn't have it, but my first cousin had it. So I think she might have gotten it from her dad's side of the family because we didn't have it in our female bloodline. And it runs through females, by the way. But anyway, so Kimmy's cancer was triple R2 negative, stage 1. And then her mother's was triple R2 positive. And the thing about R2 positive and R2 negative, it seems like it should be the other way around. One is more aggressive, but Kimmy's was the most aggressive because hers was the negative. So sometimes I have to keep that in mind because my cousin who had it and had me tested, the reason why I got tested with the BRCA gene was because hers was triple R2 negative, and I knew that was very aggressive. But that's neither here nor there. I tested negative for me to pass it on to my children unless they had a female that carried that gene on their dad's side. But hey, it's deep in the genetics, baby. It's deep. But anyway, Kimmy says she's come through it and everything is good. And Letitia, child, what's going on with you? Well, me and my soul, we went to South Africa. Oh, he took you this time. I thought that shade melody. Oh, baby. We found out the thing about I was there. Oh, it was beautiful. We had a great time. I bet you probably would have had a great time had you gone on the first trip. And so after Tisha gets through talking about her wonderful adventures in South Africa, she asked Mel about the revenge pee, and Mel go, well, yeah, everything was good. I wasn't going to say a word. And then I found out that baby mama was involved in everything. And I was just like, and then, not only that, girl, just let me tell you, she brought in her sister in this mix. Now, who does that? So you mean to tell me you don't know? You didn't ask Marceau? Because he made a statement talking about some, free Martell. Anyway, I'm going to handle him, okay? I'm just letting you know I'm going to handle your man. Letitia didn't say shit. Did you see that? Oh, by the way, I knew I was going to say something because I was paying close attention to the Ooh Ladies First panel, and Bonnie brought up something that I remembered as well. Wow, Marceau is out here defending Motel Hotel and saying free him. He must forgot that he had also put a restraining order against him because Motel Hotel was allegedly harassing him. Go back and watch season 1. And I was like, I'll be damn, Bunny. You always bringing knowledge to the forefront. He sure did. I remember it like it was yesterday. And that's when I think Melody those confrontations between her and Marceau are meant to be the comic relief, and they are most of the time. They both end up getting mad, but at the same time, it's just like that banter between them back and forth. It's kind of hilarious, and it has become a thing. So now Mel is surprised that nobody reached out to her about the incident. And, I think Kimmy was saying that she tried to call her. She left a message and she said that she was there for it. But they do understand, at this point that what Motel Hotel did was wrong. Now, I watched Kimmy's interview with Dustin Ross, and she did, walk back her statements on calling him the good guy. She was like, but let me just say, what they cut out, and see, this is them, to me, going back to protecting Motel Hotel, because what she said was, I also said he's a good guy until he is, and when he isn't, he's off. Well, I wish they had kept that in, Carlos. So Melanie was like, well, why you didn't come to the event? And then she was like, well, I didn't come because I wasn't invited. Also, you need a formal invite. And Tisha was like, I wasn't going to go to any more of Melody's stuff to get embarrassed, because she had already kicked me out of one of her event. So I wasn't gonna go back to another one of her event and get kicked out. Girl, you know what? You do have a point there. Now that day, baby, I was between laughing and feeling sorry for Letitia that night when I saw that because, I'm a day one. So I didn't just hop on the bandwagon after the divorce. I saw that scene play out live and in color when Tisha had on that suit outfit that looked like a picnic table cloth. I was like, And Bonnie Fife escorted her out. She looked like she wanted to cry. But once again, I believe they were into it about some situation about Scope in Marceau. And of course, Motel Hotel. So they squash it. Melody and Tisha squash it. And then Kimmy says that she didn't go because of the millimeters. Because they can be mean, because Sonny said that they were mean to her. And then Melody's like, they were not mean to Stormy. She came. But they were mean to Sonny because of Moses. Correct. See, this is what y'all have to give the millimeters credit for. They don't ride with Destiny, but they did side with this. Hey, there I go rhyming again. Sometimes I don't even try. So Melody was like, now I can understand them being harsh with her in a way because, the girl code was broken. And Mel starts to laugh. And she's like, what you laughing at? Girl code and Destiny, they don't go together. And then Kim was like, okay, well, the point is she didn't sleep with your man. And then Melody said, I don't know what Destiny does. Well, Destiny implied that you was sleeping with LeBaron. So now y'all eat. So basically it goes off with Melanie just like, me and Destiny are no longer friends. So yeah, I don't put nothing to past anybody. So they go off, like I said, with them looking at her like she was cuckoo. Like, I think it's gonna come back on with them saying that Mel is kind of wrong for what she said, but I think she means girl code and the loyalty that was lost between Destiny and Melody. But we shall see what happens in the next episode. Like I said, this episode wasn't great. It wasn't as bad to me as people saying this, because I love the core three getting together, the core three women getting together at the end at that Botanical Garden, because baby, they won me over. If they hadn't said a word, they won me over the word Botanical Gardens. And with that, I am going to close. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell button so you can be notified when I upload a video, and share the video, because sharing is caring. Come on in. It's still commercial-free entertainment over here. But if you give me those 1,000 views that I need, hey, I can get monetized like everybody else and all of my other favorites. So, I know you don't make a whole lot of money when you initially get monetized, but hey, I just want to know what it's like. I want to see that little celebration balloon look like when I can say, ooh, 1,000 subscribers and I'm monetized, honey. But anyway, again, like, comment, and subscribe and sharing as I do. When I close, I'm going to talk about juices. My bad, in a scene that nobody cared about, and I forgot to mention, was that Stormy and Courtney went and looked for fancy old vintage cars, and they looked at some cars with the suicide doors on it. And it was a little cute little scene, but like I said, nobody cared about it. And I think they decided to get with the Chevy SS. But child, like I said. Now, that was an interesting ditty about how the suicide doors came about, because I thought suicide doors meant, because, the monster used to drive the Lincoln Continentals. So I thought that they meant that, that they were jumping out of the cars to get away from somebody, powing at them. But, in a way, it kind of was. But I think they said that they had the doors because they were suicide doors, because if you lean in on them too hard, you will fall out, equaling suicide. So that's that on there. But I forgot to mention that. Child, like I said, it was a scene that nobody cared about.